Hi guys, welcome back. This is like our fourth video on this channel, and this week, as you see by the topic and the thumbnail, we'll be learning support and resistance. So without further ado, let's go straight into it, bro. Alright guys, so first thing, when you're trading support and resistance, the first thing you want to have on your charts is the EMA. So you'll go to the indicators tab, you'll type in EMA or moving average exponential. When you click on the moving average exponential, it will initially add it to your chart. So you go to settings on the EMA and you switch your EMA length from 9 to 50. When you press OK, they'll switch it from 9 to the 50 EMA, and the next thing you want to do is you look for your rejection points. That's one of the main things, and this is Euro to GBP. This is a cross pair, so we'll be analyzing Euro to GBP. So for support and resistance, what you want to stick to is the weekly, daily, and the 4-hour time frame. Those are your main time frame. Why? Yes, you can find support and resistance area on your lower time frame. However, they're not going to be as significant as the higher time frame. So stick to the weekly, daily, and 4-hour. Now, what we can notice on the weekly time frame is we can notice different rejection areas. So we have one rejection area right here, so I set a horizontal line. Second rejection area is going to be down here at this low, and I'm going to point them out for you guys. And the third one is going to be here at this top. So what made these rejection areas significant, and let me get the rectangle too. What made this area significant is because they have 3 to more than 3 touches. That's what make an area significant. So if you notice with this first one, we have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, and 4 touch. Price was rejected 4 times from this area, which makes this area a high probability area. So that's one good representation of a high probability resistance area. Secondly, get our rectangle tool again. Then we point out our next resistance area or support area. So if we notice at this level, we also have resistance. Why is this a high probability level? So we have 1 touch, 2 touch. Now let's go to our daily time frame, because we can look from the daily time frame. So we have 1, 2. This will make 3. Fix it good. 3, 4, 5. But you want the candlestick to close in it. 6, 7, and the list goes on. So at this area, notice you have this area is also significant because you have over 7 touches. This is definitely a high probability area. And what adds confidence to this area as well is, what do you notice? The EMA, the 50 EMA is also at this area. Well, on the weekly time frame, if you notice, the 50 EMA is also at this rejection area. However, when I go down to the daily, I think I fix my rejection area a bit more. Let me stick to the weekly. Make it smaller like here, so it's much better. And down to that EMA, so we have a better touch. As if you notice on the weekly time frame, we want it to close in beneath this rectangle. So you notice these one close between that rectangle. That's why we're using that area now. So next, if you're gonna enter a trade from this area, you're gonna want to know where you're gonna get out of the trade. So what's your next support area? Because remember, it's going down, so you're looking for resistance trade, so you're looking for your next support area to get out of the market. So the next area for support or of support will be down here at 0.85599. So you draw your line, you use your rectangle tool to draw a line. Then if you notice in this area, we have this area is significant because we have multiple touches. So as you get your highlighter, you notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the list goes on. So at this area, we know that this area is a high probability area as well because we have multiple touches. So if you're gonna enter a trade, you would wait for a price. Make sure you guys get your short position because you're selling. You'd wait for a price to tap into this area, stop loss above the zone, and your take profit at your next support area. You would wait for a price to tap into that area. So price already rejected underneath the zone because this zone was support, but now it's gonna become resistance, or it's also a flip zone in SMC trading. That's what they call it. It's also a flip zone. So price already broke underneath the area, so now you're looking for a price to retest that area. So we got that break underneath the area, so we're gonna wait for that push up back into the area to become resistance. Then we'd enter our some candlestick confirmation like a bearish engulfing, tweezer top, or certain different candlestick patterns. Then you go for a short position down to 0.85747 level. So that's just basic support and resistance on the chart. Something else you need to learn about support and resistance, like for example, I got this set up on Euro to USD. I deleted everything off my charts, but I caught this setup on Euro to USD, and let me post it right here. Where we made, I think we made like 2K off NFP. So let me show you. This is also something you need to learn about the resistance here and support and resistance. With support and resistance, there's a thing called round psychological level. So round psychological levels are levels like, for example, let me show you. You put a horizontal line, you go to the coordinates. Round psychological levels are like levels that are rounded to the thousand. So you would go like 1.09 thousand. Boom, that's your round psychological level. Or rounded to the 100. So you would have like, go to the coordinates, 1.09500. So these two would be your round psychological level. What is a round psychological level? A round psychological levels where retail traders think banks close their trade. That's basically what I got from it. To be honest, it is significant to me as well, because look at it, it makes a lot of sense. Look at it. A bank wouldn't want to close their trade at like 1.08404. You get me? They would close their trade at a round psychological level like 1.1000, 1.0500 at a decent amount of number. You don't want to have $1,510,000. You'd want to have that exact number of 1,100,000. So that's basically what a round psychological level is. And also, all this support and resistance I'm teaching right now, I learned all this from FX Alex G. So I'm not copying his video or anything like that. I purely learned it from him. He's not I wouldn't say he's my mentor, but I learned a lot from him. I've never really had a mentor, but I've learned a lot from him. So that's what I learned from him, and that's what I'm teaching, because it makes sense. It has made me profitable for the last few months. So that's what I'm teaching. So that's simply basically what a support and resistance is. There's a lot more in depth you can get with support and resistance. So I'm gonna be more in depth with it, but this is just part one of what support and resistance is. And by the time I post this video, this setup is gonna play out next week. It's currently it's currently January the 6th, 2024. This is a setup you can take for next week. It is a high probability setup as well. So you can look for that setup for next week. I'm also looking at this for EUR to JPY. And NZD to JPY, I'm looking at a pullback to go long. So those are the setups I'm looking at for next week as well. So that's the basics of what support and resistance is. We're gonna get more in depth with it in our next video. But that's it for this week, guys. And we'll see y'all next week. Alright, so as I said before, guys, that's just the beginning for this week. Literally, I'm just trying to jog in you guys' memory, giving you the basics of what support and resistance is, and I'm telling you, there's gonna be a lot more around. I post all my setups on Instagram, so you can follow me on Instagram as well. So I post all my setups every single week. Last week I posted 3 setups, all of them played out, and I posted like 2 more. I posted one even for NFP, literally, and it played out. We made 2K. So trust me, there's a lot more to come. This is just the beginning. So stay tuned, bro. Subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on post notifications. There's a lot more videos to come, and as I said before, follow me on Instagram, bro. Don't miss out, I'm telling you, bro. So there's gonna be a second part for this video where I go more in depth with it. So stay tuned for that one as well. My name is Akeem FX, and I'm out.